What's up, guys? It's your boy Zowoki back out with another, of course, scary, terrifying, and creepy video from Callan at Slapped Ham. We're about to dive down some scary videos and scary content that'll haunt your house. So you probably don't want that unless you're not going to move. Then who cares? With that being said, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel by hitting that wiper icon that says subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell icon once you guys have subscribed, so when I do post videos like this one, you guys will get that little ring notification that I've posted that video, and then you guys can watch, comment, like, and share. And again, thank you guys so very much for the love and support that you guys do show on my channel every single day. I'm truly blessed to have all of you. Can't wait to see what the future holds. Now we're going to be trying to get to 1 million to put a gold play button in there. Who knows? And let's get into, or also don't forget to go over to Slapped Ham. Go give him some love, and let's get into the spooks. Slapped Ham.
In a truly unconventional love story, Felicity Cadillac, originally from Massachusetts and now residing in
Is that a doll or what is that?
Veneta, Oklahoma, has opened up about her unique romantic journey. Felicity identifies as objectum sexual, meaning she experiences romantic and emotional connections with inanimate objects.
Is it like that one guy that did that with his car? He said he had blank with his car. Ew.
In her case, life-size dolls. In 2018, Felicity made headlines by marrying a zombie doll named Kelly Rossi, whom she describes as her perfect match. Kelly, a gift from Felicity's late father, first entered her life when she was just 13. Initially viewing Kelly as simply a cherished gift, Felicity began developing romantic feelings by age.
Why would you give this to your kid? I mean, people have their obsessions or their likes and dislikes, but this one's kind of weird.
16. After her father's passing, Felicity found comfort in the doll, and her attachment deepened, leading...
I mean, as long as it makes her happy, I mean, that's all that matters, and it's not illegal, but, I mean...
to their eventual marriage.
Do they like
marrying Kelly brought me unprecedented...
long walks on the beach?
Emotional fulfillment, Felicity shared, describing their wedding as everything she had dreamed of.
Are these dolls that she has behind here?
The ceremony, held in Rhode Island, cost approximately $500 and included full traditional attire. Felicity,
hey, at least the other significant other is not going to argue.
In a gown and Kelly wearing a tuxedo. Felicity emphasized her deep emotional bond and intimacy with Kelly, openly discussing their romantic connection. But the story doesn't end there.
The flip is this? What the? What?
Felicity recently entered into a polyamorous relationship by marrying a
she's cheating.
second life-size doll named Robert, a 6-foot male companion she had known for 8 years.
At least he looks happy.
The intimate ceremony was held privately at her home on Valentine's Day, with her grandfather unofficially officiating. Felicity, dressed in a red gown, was surrounded by Kelly and their doll family, consisting of 10 children, with another on the way. It's a polyamorous relationship.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, if I woke up and saw that...
Relationship, Felicity explained. At bedtime, sometimes I cuddle just Robert or Kelly. Other times, it's both. Kelly and Robert are best friends, and there's no jealousy between them. Felicity emphasizes that her relationships, though unconventional, provide her genuine happiness and emotional security. She hopes to one day live openly without fear of judgment, stressing that objectum sexuality is a valid spiritual connection rather than a disorder. I'm also attending therapy, Felicity noted, and my therapist sees nothing wrong with the love I have for my doll family.
As long as it's not hurting anybody, and as long as she's happy, and it's not illegal, have at it. But do it over there. I mean, if you don't like me collecting toys, nobody comes here. I mean, hello.
Late night home security footage shared by
crazy.
Mr. List Paranormal has recently sent chills through paranormal forums and social media, reigniting the age-old fear of what might lurk above us while we sleep. The eerie clip, captured by a motion-activated Ring camera, shows something eerie happening.
Why would you have a Ring doorbell cam?
The homeowner was staying at his son's house when the incident happened. He claims nobody else was present and insists all windows
I'm so glad I don't have this kind of attic.
and doors were closed tightly, ruling out an obvious source of a draft or breeze.
Is that a TV? Is it like one of those cases where like your kid put like the box away and put it right on top of the door so it just laid down because he was lazy and didn't want to put it in the back?
Paranormal enthusiasts quickly jumped to conclusions. To them, this was clear-cut proof of supernatural activity. Commenters pointed out how frequently attic spaces appear in ghost stories and horror films, often depicted as hiding places for restless spirits or worse.
I can tell you, my attic doesn't look like this. It's it doesn't have windows, but it has like the rafters and stuff like that. And I get creepy vibes in there all the time. And there's no electricity. So maybe it's just me, or maybe there's something in my house. I don't know.
One frightened viewer even remarked, "This is exactly why I nail mine shut."
Mine's got a click. Like you gotta like push it and then click it.
But skeptics and professionals familiar with attic ladders had plenty of more rational explanations. Many pull-down attic doors operate using spring-loaded mechanisms which, if not firmly latched or properly installed, can easily pop open on their own due to gravity, temperature shifts, or even minor vibrations. So what do you think? Is something supernatural making itself known in this attic, or just faulty mechanics playing tricks on us in the dark? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.
Oh, is this a Japanese one?
Japanese ghost videos, often known as kawaii duga, have captivated audiences worldwide with their uniquely chilling style and eerie authenticity. Rooted in Japan's rich cultural folklore, these unsettling clips frequently showcase haunting apparitions, supernatural entities, and unexplained phenomena captured on everyday devices. In this clip, uploaded to YouTube by user A Lot of Music, we see a group of friends gathered around, laughing and enjoying each other's company. Everything appears perfectly normal, until one person suddenly notices something odd.
Oh gosh.
まあ、一種また場を盛り上げのためにも言ったんじゃないの。いや、俺喋ってねえし、俺喋ってねえし。いや、もうお前だろ、絶対。いや、俺喋ってねえよ。
Dude on the right is completely out.
いや、女の人の声だよね、今。
Pay close attention as the camera moves around the room and see if you can spot anything out of the ordinary.
俺喋ってねえし。いや、もうお前だろ、絶対。いや、俺喋ってねえよ。
I'm scared though.
いや、女の人の声だよね、今。
At first glance, it's difficult to notice anything unusual, but a slow-motion replay reveals a chilling, ghostly face silently peering out from underneath the table behind the sleeping man.
I mean, I see it, but it could be pareidolia. Okay, that makes it better. Not really, but I mean, how do you see that? I probably would have watched this like 90 times and never saw it.
Though details about where and when this unsettling footage was taken remain unclear, it's certainly the kind of haunting image that lingers in your mind, especially as night falls. In a recent video, we featured unsettling footage uploaded to TikTok by user Charlie829 from Jalisco, Mexico.
Oh. I'm sorry, guys. My eye has been draining and I can't get it to stop. I've tried a few different things that people have told me about, but my goodness. Oh.
clip captured the mysterious sound of a galloping horse passing by their home, yet strangely, no horse could be seen. Many speculated it could have been the infamous El Charro Negro.
It is probably a ghost rider.
Late one night, deep beneath the bustling streets of Mexico
I've played games like this and
City, a lone passenger experienced something genuinely terrifying. TikTok user Jeladu Studios captured an unsettling incident aboard an empty Line 6 subway train at around 11:30 p.m. As the train sped through a darkened tunnel, spine-chilling screams, unmistakably those of a woman in distress, suddenly echoed throughout the empty carriage.
What the fudge?
No one else appears to be on board, yet the anguished wailing clearly resonates from somewhere close by.
Like, you can hear it in there. I'm not going to look for it. I'll tell you that right now.
When the footage hit social media, speculation ignited immediately. Given Mexico City Metro's notorious history of ghost stories and tragedies, many viewers quickly suggested a paranormal explanation. Some wondered if the cries belonged to a spirit tragically tied to the metro itself. Perhaps someone who'd lost their life on the tracks. Adding to the mystery, several eagle-eyed commenters claimed to spot something even more chilling. In the reflection on the window behind the man, some viewers insisted they could see the shadowy outline of a woman with long dark hair seated quietly, exactly where no passenger should have been. Could this spectral presence be responsible for the unsettling screams?
What's that?
However,
Girl's
not
name?
everyone was convinced. Skeptics quickly offered alternative explanations, noting that Mexico City's metro system routinely produces noises that can easily be mistaken for eerie screams. Metal grinding on metal, aging brakes, or ventilation systems echoing oddly through tunnels can create haunting sounds. Metro officials even chimed in, confirming that on the night in question there had been reports of passenger disturbances elsewhere on the line, suggesting the cries could have been coming from a real person in another carriage or station rather than a ghostly apparition. Whether it was a prank, misinterpreted mechanical noise, or genuinely unsettling cries from another passenger, the truth behind these Metro screams remains unsolved, but perhaps less supernatural than many first feared.
Crazy.
A short but eerie TikTok clip had viewers questioning their eyes and their beliefs about ghosts when user at I Love Effie shared unsettling footage of her cat experiencing something bizarre.
The cat's trying to figure out what grabbed
Suddenly, without warning, the feline is abruptly pulled backward across the floor as if by some unseen force. There's no visible person nearby, no sudden movements, and the room appears empty, making the cat's sudden backward slide all the more disturbing. The comments quickly lit up with speculation. Ghost caught on camera. One user asked nervously, while others suggested a poltergeist or spirit might have been playing a mischievous trick. Several paranormal enthusiasts noted how animals often react to supernatural presences, leading many to believe this was genuine evidence of ghostly activity. However, not everyone was convinced. Skeptics swiftly pointed out possible rational explanations, such as the cat simply slipping on the floor or an unseen person pulling a nearly invisible string attached to the pet's collar. Indeed, a recent wave of similar ghost pulls cat videos have circulated, many later revealed as staged pranks using fishing line or cleverly concealed threads. Still, without additional angles or clearer footage, it's impossible to say definitively whether this clip is a genuine paranormal encounter or just a cleverly executed hoax. Regardless, the video continues to circulate online.
That cat's pulled by its tail.
Fueling debates and leaving viewers divided. The historic home, Beale Manor, was built in the 1890s by Jerome Beale, a prominent businessman from Toledo who owned jewelry and piano shops in Fremont, Ohio. Located near significant historical sites, the manor sits just across from the Rutherford B. Hayes Museum and near the site of Fort Stephenson, famous for the Battle of Fort Stephenson during the War of 1812. During this battle, a small American garrison led by Major George Croghan successfully defended the fort against a larger British and Native American force, marking a key American victory. In the 1920s, the Beale family relocated to Minnesota, selling their home to Clarence and Daisy Wolfe. The Wolfe family hosted viewings and funeral services for family and friends at the manor. Clarence Wolfe passed away in the house in 1942, followed by Daisy in 1966. The property was later converted into a children's group home under the Lucas County Children's Center, housing mentally challenged, sick, and unwanted children. According to historical records, a child tragically died by suicide or accident during this period. In the 1990s, after the children's home closed, the house operated briefly as the Buckland Bed and Breakfast before being sold again in 2009.
It definitely needs a fresh coat of paint, and this roof right here needs to be seen by Jesus.
The subsequent owners mysteriously vacated after only a year, leaving the reasons unknown and adding to the home's intriguing history. The Beale Manor is a house with layers of paranormal activity, each floor seemingly haunted in its own distinct way. The basement harbours aggressive entities known for biting men and scratching women, accompanied by frequent REM pod activity and intense Estes method sessions. On the first floor, Daisy Wolfe's former room is particularly active, with paranormal equipment responding regularly and a rocking chair famously known for items being thrown off. Voices of a man and children, footsteps, and loud slams are commonly reported. The staircase is home to sightings of a red-haired boy who frequently appears on the landing, while Jerome Beale's original piano, now kept in the garage, is occasionally heard playing by itself. The second floor has a reputation for shadow figures darting through halls, watching from corners, and a male apparition often spotted gazing out a window. Voices, footsteps, and a heavy oppressive atmosphere add to the creepiness. In the attic, the red-haired boy reappears, children's laughter echoes, and mysterious heavy footsteps shuffle across the floor. Several deaths have been confirmed at the manor, including former owners Clarence and Daisy Wolfe, as well as a young boy rumoured to have died tragically, either by suicide or accident. The home also has a history of hosting funerals and viewings, deepening its eerie legacy. In a chilling exploration of the notoriously haunted Beale mansion, the paranormal investigators from the YouTube channel The Ghost Files attempt to uncover compelling evidence of ghostly activity. Guided by the mansion's co-owners, Heather and Carlo, their investigation reveals disturbing experiences, mysterious phenomena, and possible interactions with the spirits said to haunt this historical home. The video begins as co-owner Heather vividly describes the first night she and Carlo decided to investigate the house, recalling powerful resonant bangs that shook the floor, prompting her to flee immediately from the mansion.
Our first experience was over here in the parlor area here. That night we decided we were going to check it out. We were both sitting here. He asked if something was here, to knock 3 times, and it took us about a minute later, and that's when we heard not just 3 knocks, but it was bangs. They boom, boom, boom. I mean, you could feel it under the floor, you could feel it vibrate, and that's when I ran out the door.
Next, Heather takes the team to Daisy Wolf's room, where Daisy passed away in the 1960s.
So this is where we believe Daisy lived her last days, because there is a call button over here, and then, you know, the bathroom has a ramp. But we get a lot of activity in this room, especially for some reason right here in this area. A lot of our equipment with lights, go off over here.
In the basement, multiple visitors have reportedly witnessed and recorded a clear, full-bodied apparition of a child manifesting visibly, supporting claims that the spirits of children inhabit the mansion.
We have had people catch full-on apparition right here. You see it manifest, and it's not very big. It's probably is a little boy, little girl, about this big. You see it manifest, and you see its arms. I'm getting heebie-jeebies now, but
I'm getting heebie-jeebies, and I'm not in there.
Walk back. So this is the way back there.
Just don't look at it in the
Using
face.
audio recording devices, the team captures startlingly clear responses from supposed spirits.
Now we are upstairs in the angry ladies' room. I got the REM pod over there on the fire mantle, and I also have the night vision camera. We're going to do lights out, spirit box, and I'm going to ask some questions on the recorder too. So yeah, let's get into this. Is there a woman that haunts this room?
You're not. You're not.
Highlighting the intelligence and responsiveness of the mansion's spirits, the investigators invite any child spirits present to interact with a piece of equipment placed on a bed. Immediately, the device illuminates, directly indicating interaction by an unseen child presence.
If there is any children spirits here with us, would you like to play with that red light I have on the bed right there?
Watch, it goes. Boop. Yep. At first, they kind of
These encounters and pieces of evidence underscore the mansion's unsettling reputation, solidifying Beale Manor as one of Ohio's most haunted locations. This eerie footage, uploaded to YouTube by user Bitacora Paranormal BCs, was captured by a vehicle's dash cam along the isolated Vizcaino Highway in Baja California Sur, Mexico. The clip initially appears quite ordinary, just a nighttime drive down a deserted stretch of road. But suddenly, something deeply unsettling comes into view.
Hey now.
A ghostly figure can clearly be seen walking down the opposite side of the road. Given the isolated location and the late hour, viewers have struggled to explain who or what this mysterious figure could be. While specific ghost stories directly associated with the Vizcaino Highway in Baja California Sur remain scarce, the broader region of Baja California is steeped in eerie legends and paranormal encounters that continue to intrigue both locals and travelers alike. One of the most notorious locations is La Rumorosa Highway, a winding and perilous stretch of road traversing the rugged Sierra de Juarez Mountains. Known for its breathtaking views as much as its hazardous driving conditions, this highway is infamous for countless supernatural sightings.
I wonder why.
Motorists have shared chilling encounters with phantom hitchhikers who mysteriously vanish upon approach. Shadowy figures darting across the road, and even unsettling, alien-like entities glimpsed briefly in the darkness. Stories of eerie apparitions and inexplicable occurrences have transformed La Rumorosa into a location notorious not just for physical danger but for otherworldly mysteries as well. Further south, another chilling legend originates from the Colegio Salvatierra in Santa Rosalia, Baja California Sur. This respected educational institution harbors a tragic story from years past. A young girl reportedly choked to death after accidentally swallowing a marble while playing in the girl's bathroom.
What?
Since this unfortunate incident, generations of students have reported strange phenomena, including the unmistakable sound of marbles rolling across the bathroom floor, laughter echoing eerily from vacant stalls, and fleeting glimpses of a childlike figure wandering the corridors. These unsettling experiences have persisted through the years, embedding this legend firmly in local folklore and the school's storied history. Though direct reports from Vizcaino Highway itself remain limited, these nearby tales illustrate the region's vibrant supernatural culture. Whether traveling the treacherous curves of La Rumorosa or exploring historic institutions like Colegio Salvatierra, the landscapes and landmarks of Baja California offer ample opportunities for encounters with the unknown.
I'd be afraid of landslides from this one. We watched landslides yesterday, but my goodness,
Where legend and reality intriguingly intertwine. When Reddit user Chosen12803 shared the following video, it quickly gained attention across the platform. The footage, recorded by the uploader's sister in a hospital back in 2020, appears normal at first. However, as the footage continues, we can see a strange figure that briefly moves into view from behind a disused bed that's been pushed to one side along the corridor. The woman then captures the figure from a second angle over her shoulder. It's harder to see this time, but if you watch closely, you can see it moving.
peeking little.
The woman
Shadow
continues
weirdo.
down the corridor, and as the camera pans, it's revealed that the bed is pushed up against a solid wall, with no door or entryway from which the figure could have emerged. To make the footage even creepier, the OP later responded to comments, revealing that their sister never noticed the figure while recording. She only sent the video to their family group chat because she felt an eerie presence, as if someone was watching her. The eerie clip has sparked debate among viewers. Some speculate that the figure could have been a nun due to its shadowy appearance, while others are convinced that something else was captured. A few users suggested that the figure might have been a piece of plastic or paper blowing due to strong air currents
Where do you see a piece of plastic or paper?
in
Come
the
on,
hospital.
guys.
However, with no clear answer, the video remains a chilling mystery. What do you think? Is this evidence that the hospital is haunted, or is there a logical explanation?
I don't see nothing down there.
Hi,
Shane's gotta go.
how are you?
Who's gonna go?
In a bizarre twist blurring the lines between celebrity news and paranormal speculation, actress Irene Bedard Wilson, best known for voicing Disney's iconic character Pocahontas, recently found herself at the heart of an eerie viral sensation.
Who are you?
I'm the voice of Pocahontas.
Really?
Yeah, you're gonna find me in your thing right now.
Why would I do that?
Because I am a 53-year-old Native American woman who has had enough.
In March 2025, body cam footage from Bedard Wilson's latest arrest in Xenia, Ohio began circulating online, rapidly capturing attention due to an unsettling detail noticed by sharp-eyed viewers.
Stop!
As police attempted to calm and restrain the
You can hear her go, I don't know what that is.
visibly distraught actress, who can be seen in the clip yelling, sobbing, and appearing extremely
see it?
agitated, something eerie is caught by the officer's body cam.
But watch the door though.
A dark shadow seems to move along the hallway.
What is that?
Almost immediately, social media exploded with wild theories. TikTok and YouTube commentators speculated that Bedard Wilson might be suffering from a supernatural encounter or even demonic possession, fueling headlines sensationally declaring Pocahontas actress arrested, claims of demonic activity.
Because I am a 53-year-old Native American woman who has had enough.
However, local authorities and those close to the actress quickly
I haven't watched Pocahontas in a while, so
stepped forward with a more grounded and far more tragic explanation. Official reports indicated Bedard Wilson had been intoxicated during both incidents in question, with responding officers noting the strong smell of alcohol.
oh man, she's definitely lost weight.
Her behaviour had reportedly caused a disturbance at a nearby hotel, prompting the initial 911 call. Experts reviewing the footage explain the so-called shadow figure was most likely a simple optical illusion caused by lighting conditions, shadows from officers' flashlights, or even artifacts due to video compression. In reality, Irene Bedard Wilson is battling her own personal demons, entirely human in nature, and not a literal haunting by shadowy entities as some think. As one poignant commenter remarked online, not every darkness is a ghost. Sometimes it's just a sad reality. But what do you think? Does the footage show something truly otherworldly, or is it merely a heartbreaking glimpse into a troubled moment? Let us know your thoughts down below.
I don't know, maybe the rug?
In a heartwarming yet spine-tingling video, a family gathered to honour the memory of their late mother on what would have been her birthday.
Oh.
The footage, originally shared by user at TTVIGG33 and later reposted by Muldowney Memorials on Instagram, captures a touching moment as family members sing "Happy Birthday" around a cake with a single lit
Watch, the candle goes out.
candle.
Happy birthday to you.
But watch closely, because this tribute quickly takes an eerie turn.
Oh, that was weird.
Without any noticeable breeze or movement nearby, the lone candle suddenly blows out all by itself.
Oh, that was weird.
The stunned yet moved family instantly
And it's right at the end.
interpret it as a comforting sign from their mum, bridging the gap between this world and the next. Interestingly, many grieving families report similar unexplained phenomena, flickering lights, unexplained noises, or objects shifting position, especially during significant anniversaries or birthdays. While skeptics might attribute this incident to coincidence or natural causes, the emotional impact on this family is undeniable. Whether you believe in afterlife messages or not, this touching clip has resonated deeply with viewers, suggesting perhaps some connections truly transcend our understanding.
Oh, that was weird.
Coincidence?
You can get the house edge down to like 0.6%. It's the best game in the house besides that.
But Tate's shirt isn't
Let's say, that shirt's a little scary there, Adam Tate.
the only scary thing in this
or Andrew
clip.
Tate.
Watch the man standing at the back of the room.
So, second. You go first, which means that
Where the heck is the guy's head?
a lot of people go over, you bust, you go over 21 before they have to pull out cards. But there is a strategy to blackjack. There is perfect mathematics, which you can play. You can get the house edge down to like 0.6%.
You guys, look behind you. Look behind you.
It's the best game in the house besides that.
Because from where the camera's sitting, he appears to be missing his head entirely.
Bro, there's no way that dude's like...
If you land like bang on 22, you win it.
When's the last time you ate rice?
Is it the Invisible Man? Turn around.
Baccarat.
The clip was posted to X by The Real World, where it's racked up more than 40 million views. Tate's busy explaining how to beat the house with mathematics. Meanwhile, half the comment section was pausing, zooming in, and asking the same question. Where exactly is that man's head?
0.6%. It's the best game in the
When
house
heads
besides
roll,
Baccarat.
I mean...
Baccarat's onto the Chinese. So unless you're going to have slanted eyes.
The likely answer is a boring one. He's probably dipped his chin or turned away at the exact wrong moment, with dark clothing swallowing his outline against
This dude turns to the side and we don't see this dude's head still.
the wall behind him. Probably. Let's chalk this one up as a well-timed optical illusion and move right along.
Last time you ate rice.
Look, he turns and now his hand's gone.
Baccarat.
Right there.
No one was supposed to be home, then the camera caught this.
That's real? That's real? Are you serious?
I saw.
I see.
This scary video was filmed outside a house in
Bro.
Auburn, and honestly, it's the audio that sells it.
Right there. Oh my god, dude.
It's like it's coming in and out of dimensions.
That's real?
Right there.
That's real? Are you serious?
I saw.
I see. Oh, nobody. It's the
up there?
spirit kids.
It's the spirit kids.
The people filming can barely get their words out, but it's what one of them shouts that raises the bigger question here. It's the spirit kids. As if whatever's moving behind that glowing curtain is something they've seen before, something they've already named.
Are you serious?
I saw.
I see. Oh, nobody. It's
up
the spirit
there?
kids.
It's the spirit kids.
Unfortunately, there's very little info available on this clip, so for now, it'll have to remain a mystery.
That's real?
Right there.
That's real?
Look how it goes in out.
Now, it'll have to remain a mystery.
That's real?
Right there.
That's real? Are you serious?
What the
I see.
fudge?
Oh, nobody. It's
up
the
there?
spirit kids.
It's the spirit.
That was a bit creepy, though.
A trail camera left on a kitchen counter overnight. The owner didn't expect to capture much. Maybe the dog's wandering past. What she got instead was this. This image was sent in to us directly by a viewer named Kelly, who goes by Ketty68 on X. It was taken on her friend's stealth cam at 11:53 at night. The dogs, for the record, were fast asleep on the floor. Kelly says it's the most impressed she's ever been with a still photo. But it's not the blur itself that convinced her, it's who she recognized in it.
Grandma.
Kelly described the image in 5 words. Goes pic of my friend's mum. She knew this woman when she was alive. In her words, it's nobody but her. And here's the detail that makes this one hard to shake. That woman died about 5 years before the trail cameras were even purchased. Kelly's upfront about what the photo probably shows. To her, it looks like someone moved slightly during the exposure, causing the blur. And that's
It's a motion blur. So if like the person's moving, the shutter speed can't keep up. So it kind of blurs it.
exactly what a skeptic would say too. Trail cameras drop to slow shutter speeds in low light, and anything walking past becomes a smear of pale light. The trouble is who that someone would need to be in an empty kitchen at 11:53 at night.
I mean,
Kelly wrote in asking
us parents like to go in there and get a little snack, you know.
for our opinion. Honestly, we'd rather hear yours. Let us know in the comments below.
If I saw that in my house, I probably wouldn't be sleeping in it. Just saying.
Deep beneath the streets of Paris lie the catacombs, tunnels holding the remains of more than 6 million people.
Yeah.
And in one sealed-off passage, a tourist may have photographed something that shouldn't be there.
Millions of people.
The photo was posted to Reddit's Paranormal forum by user MattyBoy808 under a title that says it all. Am I losing my mind?
No.
Visiting from Canada, he'd spent the tour snapping photos, including a few aimed down the pitch-black tunnels behind locked gates, lit only by his phone's flash. He saw nothing at the time. It was only later, scrolling through his camera roll, that he stopped dead on one frame.
There's something in the dark.
The post racked up 7,000 upvotes, and when commenters cried fake, the uploader screen recorded his gallery, showing the photo sitting among every other shot from that day, timestamps and all. His words, I don't know what it is, and I'm not definitively saying ghost. Theories poured in, a stone door front like the one on the right of frame, a prop planted to spook tourists, though the figure looks slightly translucent, and a fixed prank would surface in other visitors' photos. It hasn't. Which leaves the one rational option even the skeptics settled on. Maybe it was just someone lurking. But sit with that for a second. If this isn't a trick of the flash, then either something was standing at the end of that tunnel, or someone was. Alone in the dark on the wrong side of a locked gate, surrounded by the dead. And it's hard to say which is worse.
I'm gonna say I'm not going to the catacombs anytime soon. No thanks.
This is the thing that keeps knocking.
10 minutes. That's how long TikTok user It's Morgan Marie had been in her hotel room.
Oh, great. We got a haunted armoire. It looks like that thing from, my mom used to love this magician. I still think she does. David Copperfield or something. He had this like barn hop that apparently was haunted. And he would open up the doors and close them, and there was a ghost and stuff. But that armoire looks like that.
Before something started knocking.
But I've already checked like 3 times or something.
I wonder if he's
But
still
every
alive,
time I
is
go
he?
to open it, my heart starts racing, and I feel like,
I don't think so.
I got the chills. It was so uncomfortable.
Not loud banging, quicker and quieter than a knock, she says, and it had already happened twice. She was staying
No, he's still alive. He's only 69? Really?
alone, and when she Googled the hotel, she found out it was built in 1915.
But then I was like, I'm just going to Google the hotel and see when it was built. It's 1915. 1915. And I'm here by myself.
But the knocking isn't why this scary video took off. Viewers watching back heard something she didn't just after she says the room is super cute. Pop your headphones in and listen closely.
The room is super cute. But then I was like, I'm just going to Google the hotel and see when it was built.
I heard, help me.
It's 1915.
Buried in the background is what hundreds of commenters describe as a whispered voice, and it's saying, help me. Skeptics would call it audio pareidolia, the brain finding words in random noise, and a 1915 hotel has no shortage of it. Pipes, lift machinery, voices bleeding through century-old walls. But different listeners keep hearing the same 2 words at the same moment.
Rattling.
And the eeriest part? She filmed the entire thing without ever hearing it. She was worried about the
It's like that thing with Mackenzie Shrilla where the thing or the entity said that she killed us.
knocking.
The room is super cute. But then I was like, I'm just going to Google the hotel and see when it was built. It's 1915.
Help me.
When footage from a recent Lil Wayne concert started doing the rounds, fans noticed something they couldn't unsee. The clip was filmed by TikTok user
The fire?
Zavonna at a show in Columbus, Ohio. Shirtless, blonde dreads, sunglasses, chains, red flames roaring across the screens behind him. Standard Wheezy, except viewers claim for one detail, the tattoos. Lil Wayne is one of the most heavily tattooed artists in hip-hop, face included, but in this footage fans reckon the ink looks faint. Some say whole pieces appear to be missing entirely. Cue the theories and impossible.
What if they have that like color gradient tattoo overlay? People can make them themselves look like they don't have tattoos by this like roll on or paste on kind of thing.
A body double, a clone, one commenter's suggestion, Littler Wayne. And the speculation didn't stop at the ink. As the clip spread to Facebook under captions like, "Who is that?" viewers began dissecting it frame by frame. Some insisted the face looked subtly wrong. Others claimed the build was off, that the man on stage was somehow too smooth, too fresh, for an artist who's been touring since the 90s. For believers, this slotted neatly into one of the internet's favorite rabbit holes. The idea that the industry quietly swaps out its biggest stars with doubles, whether to cover for health issues, contract disputes, or something stranger. In that world, faded tattoos aren't a lighting quirk. They're the mistake that finally exposed the switch.
Or he's in his tour bus and he's, I don't feel good, but I'm enjoying what I see.
The boring explanation, though, covers a lot of ground here. Harsh red stage lighting is notorious for washing out tattoos on camera. Adds sweat, glare, motion blur, and the compression baked into every repost, and ink fades fast. There's also earlier audience footage from the same show, filmed days before the conspiracy took off, showing the same performer from another angle with nothing unusual going
My dude is ripped
on. Still, Wayne now joins a long tradition of artists the internet has decided were secretly replaced. Just ask Avril Lavigne. And to be fair, the uploader never claimed anything sinister. Her caption simply said, "The best meme wins." Safe to say, the internet delivered.
There she
only stopped by to pick up something she'd bought on Marketplace. She went home without it.
There she is, just hanging out over there, staring at me.
TikTok user Alana.Desiree says she'd pulled up at the seller's house and opened her boot when she glanced to her right. Standing in the garden was a little girl. She said hey and gave a little wave. The girl just stared. So she did what any of us would do, pulled out her phone to record proof for her husband.
There she is, just hanging out over there, staring at me.
And the whole time she filmed, the girl could see the phone. She never spoke, never moved, just stared.
What? Why does she look like that?
The scary video blew up and the theories rolled in fast. It's a mannequin. It's a scarecrow. One camp settled on a reborn doll, those hyper-realistic collector dolls. In a follow-up, she shut that down flat. She is a girl, she insisted.
No, it's not. She is a girl. You're just rage baiting. You're lying. You just want to get attention. Look at me. Does it look like I need attention?
But the commenters won. She agreed to drive back to the house as much as she didn't want to and prove the girl was real. Her sign-off said it all. If y'all don't hear from me in an hour, send help.
There she is, just hanging out over there, staring at me.
See, now this is a prison cell for Chris Watts and Mackenzie Shrilla. Why are we giving them a nice area?
Walked into the old stone cell and immediately said it had gone cold. Then came the smell. Foul and brief, like sulfur or rotten eggs. It wasn't until the family looked at the photo that they understood. The picture was shared to the Facebook group Ghosts of Britain by West Francis, who says he took it just last week at Bodmin Jail in Cornwall. If somewhere was going to produce a photo like this, it's Bodmin Jail. Built in 1779 from granite hauled off Bodmin Moor, it served as Cornwall's county prison for around 150 years. 55 people were hanged there, most of them in public, in front of crowds numbering in the thousands. It's now routinely described as one of the most haunted places in Britain. And one piece of its lore fits this photo uncomfortably well. Among the jail's reported spirits is Selena Wadge, hanged in 1878 for the murder of her own young son. Staff and visitors have long claimed she reaches out to children who visit the jail. In this photo, the figure is standing beside a child.
And no, it's not a bug.
To his credit, West isn't claiming anything. He shared the skeptical take himself. A few people told him it was probably a smudge on the lens catching the light from the cell's barred window. He simply asked the group, "Any thoughts?" But a smudge doesn't explain what happened before anyone looked at the photo.
No.
The cold, the smell, a smell that in paranormal circles has a very specific and much darker reputation.
Eggs.
So is this just a dirty lens and a bright window? Or did something inside Bodmin Jail lean in for a closer look at the boy?
That looks ghostly. Oh, the weird news. I love this.
Let's take a quick break from the countdown to catch up on the weird stories making headlines around the world. Something big has been leaving a trail of carnage off Montauk, New York. A humpback whale washed up with a 24-inch bite mark, a grey seal with a 22-inch wound, and a 400-pound tuna was found torn to shreds. Marine biologist Craig O'Connell spent months hunting the culprit and even floated a wild theory that 15,000 barrels of nuclear waste dumped in the Hudson Canyon back in the 1960s might have produced a mutant super predator.
Oh, sweet
The
niblets.
media dubbed it Sharkzilla, and the hunt aired on Discovery.
Sharkzilla? It's like Sharknado.
Shark Week on July 31st. The verdict, almost certainly a massive mako around 12 feet long, with no trace of radioactivity. Not a mutant, just a very big, very hungry shark, swimming off one of America's busiest coastlines. Speaking of monsters, if creatures like that are your thing, we've put together a whole line of cryptid designs over at slaptham.com, featuring creatures from every corner of the map. There's a link in the description below. Every order helps keep the lights on and the videos coming, so thanks for checking it out.
And Zowoki also has merch.
From the
Check
deep
it out,
sea
guys.
to deep space. Scientists have finished analysing a meteorite that smashed through the roof of a New Jersey home back in July 2024, and it turns out the space rock is a genuine unicorn. Published on August 1st in Science Advances, the study found it's only the second witnessed fall of its kind ever recorded, a primitive chunk of asteroid containing pockets of ancient salt, left behind by briny water that existed billions of years ago. It's also carrying amino acids and other organic compounds, the raw ingredients of life. In other words, a clue to how life on Earth began quite literally crashed through someone's ceiling.
It's like watching that movie Evolution, but just faster.
And staying with space, an update on a story with a mystery baked right into it. Last year, the owner of a burger joint in Titusville, Florida, right on the Space Coast, found a dollar bill in his till signed by 4 astronauts from STS-27, the classified 1988 shuttle mission that nearly ended in disaster when Atlantis suffered damage on re-entry. Nobody knows who spent it or how it ended up in the register. But as of August 3rd, the bill is finally complete. Guy Gardner, the missing 5th crew member, has added his signature, joining the 4 names his crewmates left who knows how long ago. The mystery of where it came from, though, remains unsolved.
That's creepy, dude.
And finally, a village in northern India has officially had enough of ghost hunters. Residents of Swala, in the state of Uttarakhand, say YouTubers and influencers have spent months branding their home a haunted ghost village to farm views. On July 31st, the village council voted unanimously to ban outsiders, TikTok and YouTube creators included, from entering without written permission, and they've posted a warning board on the national highway to prove they mean it. The village head says the haunted label is completely baseless and has trashed the village's reputation, so if you're planning a ghost hunt in Swala, you'll need a permit. And something tells us
I don't think I'm going there anytime soon.
they're not approving many. Now back to the countdown. This next scary video starts about as innocently as footage gets. A mum and her family playing on the bed. But if you look closely, there's something eerie happening in the background.
There's a girl that's not moving!
The clip was posted by Russian TikTok user Netisova.life, and her captions describe the moment she reviewed the footage. A horror, she wrote, that almost made her heart stop. The video detonated online, racking up more than 16 million views and 200,000 shares. So what do you think is going on here? Let me know in the comments. On the morning of August the 4th, 1892, Andrew and Abby Borden were found hacked to death inside their home in Fall River, Massachusetts. Andrew's daughter Lizzie was tried for the murders and acquitted. Nobody else was ever charged. More than 130 years later, the crime remains officially unsolved. Today, the Borden house operates as a bed and breakfast and museum where guests take tours hoping to catch a glimpse of whoever or whatever still lingers there. Which brings us to this photo.
Oh, look behind the dude. Look behind the dude. Oh, no. Oh, gosh.
It was taken on a tour of the house a few weeks ago and shared to the Facebook group Ghosts Caught on Camera by Brady Hicks. At first glance, it's just visitors standing in one of the bedrooms, but check the mirror.
There's nobody there!
Over the shoulder of the man's reflection, there appears to be a girl's face. Then look again, because Brady says she wasn't the only extra guest. Beside her is a second face, a gentleman, and according to the post, he doesn't seem to match anyone standing in the room either. To be fair, a crowded room reflected in an antique mirror is prime territory for tricks. Odd angles can catch tour members you'd never place, lamp glare bleaches colour, and low light does the rest. 2 anomalies in one mirror might just mean 2 overlapping reflections. But this is the Borden house, a crime scene where the answers never came. Maybe the mirrors remember what the courtroom never proved.
No way. There is no way. You thought it was crazy.
It's moving. I can see it. It's closing.
To millions of Stranger Things fans, this building is Hawkins' lab, the sinister facility where the show's experiments tore a hole into the Upside Down.
Get on me. Get on me.
Somebody record this.
I am.
This is paranormal experience.
TikTok user JC drove out with friends to see it in person. In his words, they just wanted to look at the building. They ended up leaving traumatized.
The tree, nothing is glowing. It's just opening.
The group had barely parked at the chain link fence when they noticed the door.
It's opening. It's opening. No.
No, it's opening fast.
Okay.
Why?
Okay.
Oh my
That's
God.
why does it open?
It appears to move, all by itself.
What is that?
It's opening and closing.
You're gonna need to send me that video.
Filming this? Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
And here's what makes this worse. Netflix didn't need to invent this building's atmosphere. It's the former Georgia Mental Health
It already had the spookiness.
Institute, a real psychiatric hospital on Emory University's Briarcliff campus in Atlanta. Opened in 1965, closed in 1997, patient cottages connected to the main tower by underground tunnels. It's sat abandoned behind that fence ever since.
Filming this? Okay, thank God.
Zoomed in on one of the upper levels, and the car went into meltdown.
Is that a person?
Yeah, we're gonna save ourselves. Don't worry.
What is that?
What is what?
Do you see that? Look at my phone.
Definitely something moving inside. No, I see it.
What is that?
I see
Is
it.
that a person?
Is that a person?
Why does that looks like a person? I'm looking at JC's phone.
One by one, everyone starts seeing it.
I'm looking at his phone. It's literally a figure. It's here.
No, I
You're
see it.
recording
I
that,
see
right?
it. I see it.
Okay, so you could play back and show.
Please put the video up. I see it. It's a dark figure.
driving.
It's a dark figure. It's a
We're
dark figure.
driving.
It's a dark
We're
figure.
driving.
I see a dark figure moving.
Oh my God. That's why.
Skeptics have solid ground here. Abandoned buildings breathe. Pressure differences can swing a loose door on a windless day, and a zoomed phone camera shooting through a fence turns compression noise into shapes. As for the figure, there's a grimmer possibility urban explorers really do get inside. The site is genuinely dangerous. Late last year, a young explorer died after a fall in this very building. But that's the uncomfortable maths of this one. Either compression artifacts synced up perfectly with a self-opening door, or somebody or something was moving through the ruins of a real asylum that television turned into a haunted house. The demolition crews are already tearing it down. Whatever JC's group filmed that night, soon there will be nothing left to check.
Crazy.
I need to know the history of this place.
Is that a person?
Yeah, we're gonna save ourselves. Don't worry.
What is that? Do you see that? Look at my phone.
Definitely something moving inside. No, I see it.
What is that?
I see it.
Is that a person?
Is that a person?
Why does that
It
look
could
like
be
a
the
person? I'm looking at JC's phone.
compression.
If you want to see more scary videos, then hit that subscribe button and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll always know when we drop our scary video compilations.
My goodness.
Somewhere over the jungles of Vietnam, on a night patrol that was supposed to be routine, a helicopter door gunner suddenly opened fire on empty air. There was no enemy contact, no tracer fire coming back. Just a young soldier, drenched in sweat and shaking, screaming about monsters flying alongside the helicopter. Close enough, he insisted, to look him in the eye. The men around him saw nothing, but the gunner was wearing something they weren't. A pair of experimental night vision goggles tinted deep red. This is the legend of the Red Night Vision Demons, one of the strangest stories to crawl out of the Vietnam War, and one that exists entirely in retelling.
They stopped with these goggles because they were picking up things that apparently we couldn't see.
Whispers and secondhand accounts. There's no footage, no photographs, no paperwork, and as you'll hear, that absence of evidence is either the strongest argument against the story or the most unsettling part of it. The most detailed version comes from a man named Cliff High, whose father, he says, served with a helicopter squadron in Vietnam. According to High, the military briefly issued a new kind of night vision to a select group of troops, mainly the door gunners flying night patrols. Unlike anything before or since, these goggles rendered the world in shades of red. And here's the first strange detail. The pilots and officers were reportedly under strict orders not to wear them. Whatever the goggles did, it was apparently something the men flying the aircraft couldn't be allowed to experience. At first, the goggles were a hit. The story goes that they sharpened spatial awareness and made the black jungle readable in a way the era's clunky night scopes never could. But within days, something changed. Gunners began reporting movement at the edges of their vision, figures darting between the trees, shapes in the canopy.
Oh, that's
Entire
creepy.
crews noticed men staring silently at the treetops, transfixed by something nobody else could see. Then came the night the gunner opened fire. When High's father heard the man raving about monsters at eye level, he did the only sensible thing a skeptical soldier could do. He took the goggles and looked for himself. What he saw, according to his son, stayed with him for the rest of his life. Winged creatures keeping pace with the helicopter, grotesque horned faces. The closest comparison the men could find was the gargoyles carved into medieval cathedrals. Creatures that in stone are said to ward off evil. Creatures that, through those red lenses, were simply there.
Real.
In the weeks that followed, more gunners reported the same beings, always winged, always watching, and then as abruptly as they'd appeared, the goggles vanished, confiscated, the story claims, within days. The men were quietly warned not to discuss what they'd seen. No record of the program has ever surfaced. Now, a story like this should be easy to dismiss. But there's a reason this one refuses to die, and it comes down to the dye. Because the ingredient at the heart of the legend is real. Dysyanin, a blue coal tar dye with one of the strangest resumes in scientific history. In 1911, a London physician named Walter Kilner, who ran the electrotherapy department at St. Thomas's Hospital, published a book called The Human Atmosphere. In it, Kilner claimed that screens and goggles treated with dysyanin could train the human eye to perceive light just beyond the visible spectrum. And when his patients looked through them, he said, they could see a faint, glowing envelope of energy surrounding every living person. The aura made visible with chemistry. Mainstream science buried Kilner's work as pseudoscience, and dysyanin quietly disappeared from production. But in paranormal circles, it never went away. And the Vietnam legend rests on a tantalizing question. What if somebody in a military research program dusted off Kilner's dye half a century later and built it into a weapon system? What if the goggles didn't malfunction at all and worked exactly as Kilner said they would? Here's where the skeptics take the floor, and in fairness, they're holding most of the cards. No red tinted night vision device appears anywhere in the military's known records. The night vision that actually flew in Vietnam
They're gonna make it go completely gone.
was a family of bulky starlight scopes that glowed green, and head-mounted goggles for aircrew didn't arrive in numbers until well after the war. There's no chemistry by which a dye in a lens could tune the human eye into another world. The whole account traces back to a single family story told decades after the fact, and some modern retellings pile on claims that are simply false. Like the idea that dysyanin is a banned, controlled substance today. It isn't. It just stopped being made. There's even a psychological suspect, the Ganzfeld effect, where staring into an unbroken field of red light can cause vivid hallucinations.
I've heard that.
Though believers are quick to point out the flaw. Ganzfeld hallucinations come from sensory deprivation, from stillness and silence. These men were strapped into open doorways of helicopters in wind and noise and chaos, and they reported seeing the same thing. That's the detail that keeps this legend breathing, not one man's vision, a shared one. And folklore has a long memory for exactly this idea, that something lives just past the edge of human sight. Europe carved it into gargoyles. Hawaiian tradition speaks of the menehune. Japan has its kami. Paranormal researcher Mark Anthony calls them elementals,
Or as other have said, these big creatures, kaiju.
and argues that certain frequencies of light might briefly bring them into range. The red goggles live on as one of the internet's favourite military mysteries, retold endlessly across forums and TikTok archives. You can even buy novelty dysyanin demon goggles online, which tells you how
Novelty? But they're $300?
deep
What?
this story has sunk into modern folklore.
Almost $300.
So what really happened up there in the dark? Maybe nothing.
It's probably just a red lens.
Maybe a campfire story grew wings, the way stories do, and a father's tall tale became the internet's favourite forbidden experiment. But if there's even a fragment of truth in it, then somewhere in the fine grain of the light, at a wavelength we filtered out long ago, something has been keeping pace with us all along. And for a few nights over Vietnam, a handful of young men were issued the wrong pair of goggles and saw it looking back.
Did it wink? Did it said to come here? Because no.
If you want to see more scary videos, then check out those links on the screen right now.
Pew anymore?
And I'll see you in the next one.
Nobody tells me about that. Oh, well, with that being said, if you enjoyed my reactions to all things scary in this video, let me know by hitting that like button, telling me which one you guys thought was the worst and super scary, and then share with your friends. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Please take care, be safe. As always, keep nerding on, and we will see you guys, of course, in the next video. Peace.